Hi, I'm Kathryn Doering. I'm a master's student at Chesapeake Biological Laboratory, part of University of Maryland Center for Environmental Science. And I am working with my advisor, Dr. Michael Wilberg, to study oyster natural mortality in the Chesapeake Bay. Natural mortality includes all mortality or death from non-fishing sources. This is an important component of understanding how the number of oysters are changing in the bay over time or location. Oysters are important to Maryland residents because they still support an active fishery. In addition, oysters build reefs that can provide habitat for a variety of organisms, and they filter algae out of the water and increase water clarity. An oyster dies, say, due to disease. It leaves behind two shells connected by a hinge ligament. This is known as a box. So this box will eventually break down. We can use these boxes as data to estimate a natural mortality rate. For my research, I'm working mainly with data from Maryland Department of Natural Resources, Oyster Fall Dredge Survey. So I can use this data to calculate natural mortality rates using data analysis, and I can also use some modeling techniques to incorporate corrections and get an understanding of how good our natural mortality rate estimates are. For example, if we have 10 oysters on a reef and 3 of them die, this means we have 3 boxes and 7 live oysters. And we can use these data to calculate a natural mortality rate. So we can do this by using the number of boxes over the number of boxes plus live oysters. And so if we did that for this example, we would get 0.3 or 30% of oysters dying each year. The problem with this method is that we don't know how confident we are in that value. The box count mortality estimator has some assumptions that we think are wrong for oysters, and so we're also incorporating corrections for that. One of the assumptions is that we assume boxes break down in 1 year. There's some studies that indicate that this is not likely to be true for oysters. This could lead us to overestimating the natural mortality rate. Another assumption is that when using a dredge to catch live oysters and boxes, that they're caught at the same rate, and there's also some evidence that that's not true. So I'm incorporating a correction for that as well. And so that's part of my project, is getting an idea of how well we can estimate natural mortality. And so this will be useful in improving the way we estimated it.